Hello, welcome to the new Moon Tryst, Ignite Your Voice. I'm Carol Ann Deacon. Thank you so much for being here. I know your time is highly valuable, and I'm honored that you chose to spend this time with me. I want to start with our warrior call. And this is the way I usually open up most of our group calls. It's a big part of True Voice Coalition, and it nourishes your throat chakra. And the reason this is important in manifesting is because your throat chakra, your true voice, and your ability to manifest what you desire in your heart are all very closely connected. And the warrior call is simply a yada-da. Very quickly, it's a yada-da-da-da-da-da. It sounds a little nuts, but it's something you could do in the car by yourself or in the shower, wherever. And what that does is it brings nourishment and energy to your throat chakra. It also gives you a feeling of empowerment and ease and confidence. And it's part of the true voice work. So there's your warrior call. To start things off. So, all right. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about why your true voice is so important in your being and having your ability to manifest, and why that's connected, because this starts in relationship. And I think I touched on that in the sign up form on this, that we were going to talk about relationship. And I go deeper in that on True Voice Coalition. But if you take anything away from this short video, I'm going to challenge you to speak your truth. Say something that feels brave to say and that is true to someone in your life this week. Something you've been holding in, something that you've been stuffing or silencing. Because let me tell you what happens when you stuff and silence. And we as women do this all the time. In many ways, we're conditioned to it. You know, sacrifice, selfless, stuff, silence. Don't make waves. Don't speak your truth too much. Don't be too vulnerable. But here's the thing with that. It's virtually impossible for the people that you care about to really know you and support you in the ways that you need to be and want to be supportive if you're not totally honest. And that requires some bravery. That requires some vulnerability. That requires being able to say, this is who I am. This is how I feel. Out loud. So one thing to one person this week. When you do that, it is like a spiritual chiropractic adjustment for the soul. Very empowering. And when you do that, doors begin to open. For years, I, would work on my goals and in growing a business, in my music, in my art. But I was still stuffing and silencing quite a bit in my relationships, particularly in my relationships with men, but it did end up rippling out. It started there, but it ended up rippling out to all my important relationships. And what I found was that I couldn't really manifest that well. I could do it, it took longer, and it was harder and it took longer, and that's not the way we're meant to live. And we have the ability to manifest the true desires of our heart. It all comes together a lot more quickly and a lot more magically when you are living fully in your true voice. And that's a big part of what True Voice Coalition, my online program and community that I started this year, is all about. Helping women find and nourish their true voice, not just in speaking it in relationship, that is a part of it, but also in their art, in their business, putting their true voice and their truth and that fortification of it. It's a game changer. Doors open, opportunities present, and it all gets a whole lot easier when you do this true voice work. So I am offering 15-minute free clarity calls or Skype on phone with me for the next 2 weeks. If you're interested, just simply respond yes to clarity in the email that you've got, and use some of the tools that I've included in today's prompt and tomorrow to help you speak that truth. And part of the journey is discovering what your truths really are. And that's also an amazingly fun part of what True Voice Coalition is all about. We've got Athena Paracas, the sage goddess, and Pixie Lighthorse of Soul Lodge. I couldn't be more excited to have both these ladies as featured guests on True Voice Coalition. So if you're interested, check it out on my website at carolandeacon.com on Manifesting Circle. Again, ya da da. Mwah.